I wasn't initially going to make this video but then I realised I heard of the biggest Accurascale announcement ever. So I thought I might as well get this off the chest and talk about it as a whole. And apologies for the jacket I am wearing here because I've just come back from Crofts Circuit a couple of days ago. I went there on Tuesday and Wednesday because they're doing a touring car testing. That's also on my channel if you want to check it out. But the biggest thing is Accurascale, they're some of the fantastic models ever. This is one of them. This is the first one they brought out in 2021. This is the later one. This one's the King's Own Yorkshire Light Infantry, which is preserved. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And that's the Locomotion Children, and I've seen this model loco myself, and it is a lovely model. But the biggest thing is, this company have bought a giant of a model train company. They've just bought Heljan. Yes, Heljan has been acquired by Accurascale. So what does it mean then? Well, in this video, you'll see why. So in this video, we'll be talking about what this means for the company, being one of the giants like Heljan, being swallowed up by a company that's been formed back in 2018, what this means for Accurascale, and what this means for Heljan as a whole, to see if their prices can finally be brought down to more competitive levels, and modifying them. And I'll explain which ones I should be retired and which ones should be discounted and retooled massively. So Heljan have made some good models over the years. Well, been the Class 26, the Class 27, the Class 33, the Considley 4000 Kestrel, the NER ES1, as some good ones, as well as the NER Autocar, and this one here, the Class 58, which is supposed to be really good. It's better than the Hornby one. But there have been some Heljan models that haven't been so good. 361. That's 47. Sorry about that. I think those two are the worst offenders, but there are clearly some bad Heljan models. So what this means for them, they can either get retired, which is probably what I would do, or they get retooled with gaining sprung buffers, better mechanisms, and detail parts that aren't just being wonkily fitted, and performances that will be enhanced so they don't just cut out for just no apparent reason whatsoever. Now I bought Heljan Class 58 here because this is the only Heljan model I've got. I'll need to give it full inspection because it is juddering a little bit, and I was filming it on my Coltrane's video, but unfortunately I can't use this because of the cutting outs. So I will have a look at it to see if it's the fault with the model or it's the fault with the chip. If it's the fault with the chip, I do plan to convert it to DCC sound anyway. So this would be, and I plan to renumber it's 58023 Leicester LIP. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do to mine. Hopefully these can get retooled and enhanced, but under Accurascale's tooling, but branded as the Heljan loco. And finally, we can get a Heljan loco that we need in the competition now. Actually, with Hornby, but I'm being quiet. If they got acquired, then yeah, Hornby will be formed to Accurascale, and all their models will get slashed down by almost halved. I think uncompetitive, but actually worth it prices. And I think this is what Heljan will need. So I don't think it's more competitive, but I think they deserve those prices, so they don't get slashed down in the sales. So a lot of these Heljan models end up going because a lot of the time the models are absolute junk. Not all of them. Some are really good, like the Class 30, like the ones I've mentioned. But just the odd few, the rest of them aren't so good. We do the Class 86 as well. That's also another good model. I want to try one of those out because they're big, loud, and beautiful in my eyes. The real ones definitely are. Also, I'll figure out what this means for Accurascale. So what does this mean for Accurascale? Well, this means they can branch out into new markets, like the TT120 market, which Heljan are supplying locomotives for, because Hornby currently have the dominant side of the market, and I don't intend to do TT yet. Although, giving off a chance, and apparently I don't like it, I'll do TT. Maybe I might join a society, see if they can try and build a DCC layout, if that's around the rural part of South Wales. It's been early 2000s then. Yeah, giving off a chance. This also means they can expand their market and introduce new locomotives into that TT range. Let's say like and you do DMU, like a Class 158 or a Class 150 or a Pacer unit. They also will have an O gauge range, and Heljan are known for some excellent O gauge models. They can now fall into Accurascale's competition, and they can be brought down to better prices and more accessible for everyone in O gauge. Especially Heaton Lodge, who I've seen that layout before in person. A lot of the stock is Heljan and the odd Dapol. So Dapol will have some more competition in the O gauge market, especially Ruston now joining in the O gauge Class 31. Now, also, they do 009, do Heljan, and yeah, the Linton and Barnstable loco is a case of don't buy it. But now it's been kind of Accurascale. They'll enhance the model, tweak it, and see if it can and get it sold to a better price bracket. Some models, obviously, which are Heljan tooled, will be retired though. I'm hoping the Heljan 47 is the first one to get retired, because that model, according to multiple reviews, is absolutely terrible. I mean, why? This is not on Heljan. Come on. Retool, just retire it. A Bachmann one's much better, and I've got a Bachmann 47, the new tooled one. I've got a slightly older Bachmann one in EWS livery, and I've also got multiple V-Trains 37s. I've got 4 of them. I've got a direct rail service, I've got a Virgin, and I've got the twin colour set. They're rare to hold off. If you see one of those, you know you're in luck. Mine's fitted with DCC sound, so it is even rarer. So yeah. Heljan Loco has been acquired by Accurascale, and now we've told on the new website of heljan.com. You can check that out at the end of the video if you want. So yeah, another time I'll probably have this Heljan Loco up in my service area. I'll have it diagnosed to see what is wrong with it, why it keeps cutting out, and hopefully we'll find a way to solve this locomotive's issues. Plus, I still remain that this model, even though the company's been founded back in 2018 and Heljan's been around for years, these prices for these make them the most competitive, and loads, if not all, pretty much manufacturers pretty much fall foul of other existing locos. I mean, Bachmann's D31, I've actually picked mine up for 270 quid because it was just the Accurascale. It was just not that good compared to the Accurascale one. It was still a great model, but it was not the best, and Accurascale is still one of the best ones. I haven't tried their Class 31 yet. Give me a shout which livery I want. I'm on EWS livery with sound, but I'm also on another livery. Give me your livery thoughts in the comments below if you want about which Class 31 I should get by Accurascale, because that is good. It's supposed to be really good. This is one of the best ones. This is actually heavier. This is the heaviest in my collection alongside my new Class 60. I haven't got double O Deltic yet, so that's something I want to keep an eye on, because I suppose it's going to steal the crown for the heaviest locomotive in my collection. Another one I also want to get, obviously the Heljan Class 56 and the Heljan Class 33, they're supposed to be really good. Now the price has been brought down, I can probably get one and finally have a Heljan Loco that we all deserve. And finally, I just want to see Heljan live. I don't want Heljan to go bankrupt, really. They have some good models, but they've got some models that really leave lots to be desired, and not in a good way. So yeah, that's all I want to say, really. Other than the fact I'm on the back end of the cold now. And we're now heading into spring, into the summer, which means we will be hitting hay fever season. Brilliant. I also have an N-gauge layout as well, so currently on loan. I might send you footage of it, or I'll get pictures of it uploaded. And who knows, I'll have some locomotives coming. I've got 2 more coming in pre-orders from Rails at Sheffield. the Dapol Class 86 and the 87 even in the Virgin Trains livery, which I'm dragged to my Graham Farish Class 47 in Virgin livery, which has got the sound. It's TDC fitted. I've also got another Dapol locomotive coming in April, which is the Class 66 in EWS livery, a new tooled one. But I've also got a Revolution Trains Class 66 on the way as well. So this should be tasty. Once that arrives, I'll probably might get a Farish one. Compare the three. See which one's the best, because I'm all up for competition, by the way. I love my sheds. And another thing I want to say is, Heljan, get your models right. Or else Accurascale will modify it to its right. So, oh yeah, haven't I done the new Blackburn logo Farish models because I think they're still a bit pricey. Especially in Engage, the new Hall class they're bright on, and the new Castles have got sound fitted, but they're a bit pricey. And I'm eyeing on the new Hall class at the moment to haul my Dalesman train. So yeah, there are some great models coming out, but there are some which make me believe that they might end up going into sales a bit early, by the way. As soon as they come into sales, or if I've got a discount code I can use, even on retailer discount, only gives a discount code, I can get it even cheaper. So yeah, that's all I can say, and thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. Thanks to you. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching.